Mr. My friend Darryl. Just kind of chicken. Well, we got what, 5 more weeks of school or 5?
He probably goes to days. I'm like, I got no.
That's right. Kids love me. Kids love me. You know,
Well, it is for sure.
they do. Kids just love me. I don't know what kind of magic spell he's got
I
about
know,
him.
he's like an old man. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, his shoulders.
You know, I don't get out of the house.
You know, this isn't a storm shelter?
No, he's not. She's like, I'm not gonna have a listen to her guest meeting.
We don't have that problem. We do take care of it. And basically, go home. You know what I mean? Be 71.
I just look and see. All right, so.
And I do. 41, 2. I mean, I'm
By the way, which alcohols are so good.
whether it's mental or whether it's physical, I don't know.
That's what my phone's been saying too. I've been traveling around town saying it's something that's going tonight.
Always.
Yeah, that's where, some of the last I heard like is Alice or something. Yeah. Of course, that's.
Kristen, how are you doing?
I believe it's good. Problem solving. Problem solving.
this meeting of the Madill City Council to order. You guys will stand. Say the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Move to line item 3, roll call. Present.
Present.
Seeing a quorum being present, line item 4, discussion and action of the consent agenda. A, minutes of March 10, 2026. B, March general fund purchase orders. C, March 1 cent purchase orders. D, March capital project purchase orders. And E, March CDBG purchase orders.
Second.
Rushy?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Staley?
Yes.
Seeing approved, line item 5 becomes moot. Line item 6, discussion and action on approving fair housing resolution number 751.
This is the same thing that you guys approve every year.
So moved. Second.
Rushy?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Staley?
Yes.
Line item 7, discussion and action on approving ordinance number 981. This ordinance will be limiting construction work to daytime hours in the city of Madill.
So we've had issues with, especially the companies that are here right now, working late at night, hitting water lines late at night, causing emergencies to happen at 10, 11 o'clock at night, as well as running loud construction equipment out there, running the, fiber optic lines in the residential areas, so we want to restrict that to daytime only. And Kristen, is that from during the week, 8 in the evening until 7 in the morning is
Is the quiet hours, yes.
the quiet hours,
Yeah.
on the weekend it's 8 in the evening until 9 in the morning.
Correct.
Yes.
So they can work till 8 o'clock at night, basically.
Yeah. Cause they've been working well past that.
Of course, this don't just apply to them, correct?
Correct.
It can apply to anybody building a new home.
Building a new home.
Or-
And there's exceptions to it, so if there's an emergency or something that has to get done, I mean, there are exceptions to it.
Yeah, there's a way to ask for permission
Yeah.
to do other things. I don't have a problem. Yeah.
Move to approve. Second.
Rushy?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Staley?
Line item 8, discussion and action on emergency clause of ordinance 981.
Okay, that's just kind of mandatory, so.
Yes. Second.
Rushy?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Staley?
Yes.
Line item 9, discussion and action on approving ordinance number 982, amending the fine slash bond schedule, adding construction and repair work to daytime hours.
Just adding it to our current bond schedule, would be a $250 fine and costs.
Second.
Rushy?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Staley?
Yes.
Line item 10, discussion and action on emergency clause of ordinance number 982.
So moved.
Second.
Rushy?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Staley?
Yes.
Line item 11, discussion and action on approving ordinance number 983, repealing chapter 2-506, Community Relations Advisory Commission.
So that was put together on behalf of former police chief, Bob Hicks, the chief that was in place right before me. I can't speak as to his intentions, I know it was some sort of a.
Can you speak up just a little?
Yes, I know it was some sort of a community outreach, or of some kind. I don't know exactly what his intent was, but it never actually got fully put in place. It never was a full board, there was never any meetings. And then whenever I took office, I was the assistant chief whenever he did that, but he didn't speak to me about it. been 20-something years ago, so we just wanna, and since it's an ordinance, we just have to do away with it.
It was put in place 23 years ago. And it, you know, it has a good name. But, anybody in this town that wants to talk, has ideas or suggestions, my phone number, I want it public. And Cindy, if you want to put it out on send it out on the water bills or the whatever. But I think what we're trying to do here is just basically clean up ordinances that 23 years never had a meeting. 23 years, never had a meeting. Feel free to call me anytime. Ideas, suggestions, what we need to do. I think Darryl, Travis, Terry, Summer, I think everybody would agree. And if we just keep letting these ordinances over 30, 40 years just keep piling up on the paperwork, the book's already this thick. You and me had trouble picking it up. You know what I'm saying? So, this is nothing, it's just kind of common sense.
But if you call for an idea or make a suggestion on something, and you never hear back. I mean, I've approached the council at least twice, maybe 3 times about getting speakers in this room and in the courthouse, because older people, which this town is kind of built on, cannot hear most of the time, even when you are voting. I don't know whether they said yes or no, unless they shake their head.
And I understand.
Yes.
I'm even getting that away a little bit myself. Mother sure is. You know.
So, and to me, that wouldn't be a big deal to get mics or speakers here. This room is small, it wouldn't take 1 or 2.
And I think that's something that we could probably look into. I don't think it would cost much money either, for that matter. And, even, it just so happened you brought that up, but I was even thinking yesterday, you know, even we could bring the chairs 4 or 5 feet closer, you know, on up here. You're 7, 8 feet from the table, you know. But I understand when you get into your 70s and more, you know. So, but I understand, I really do. But, any ordinance that's just absolutely obsolete, I mean, there's no need to keep this book this thick. I hate to even look at it anymore, it's so
So
thick.
who's gonna determine it's obsolete or not?
This one never was put in place, really.
Oh, for that committee?
Yeah.
Now, 23 years, they never had a meeting. 23 years.
Who was supposed to call the meeting?
Well, it was for citizens that wanted to comment or have a idea or suggestions. But that's also what the council is here for.
Well, I just think it's a single, one person. I don't get, unless you're here, I don't get, much feedback from the council. As to that's a good idea, that's a bad idea, we're not gonna do that. The council, pretty much Travis speaks, but they sit there and look at us. And then we look at them, and then the meeting's adjourned. We can have ideas, I have lots of ideas. there's not much interest in put forth by the council in working on them. But right now, the priority is the water treatment plant. Until that's taken care of, there's not much else. But
I think what we're saying here is that, there's a more direct way. I want my phone number published. It's 795-6291. Louise has it, I know. She's also just lives 3 houses down, so she may rather walk up there. I hope I'm dressed properly when she does. And we're also kind of kinfolks in a way, aren't we, Louise? We're kind of kinfolks. But I wish there was more. Matter of fact, I wish I got more phone calls, really. And I do get phone calls, you know, but I like to hear what people have to say. I want to know, and I think everybody up here on this council will agree. We don't get paid for this. We want to help. We want to know. We want to solve the problems. And they're not always that simple to solve. You know. But in cleaning up our ordinance book, there's things on there that go back so far. And I mean, you know, it just, and when you have to have something on the books that's 23 years, never had a meeting, I understand it's probably, they thought it was a good idea maybe, or whatever they're trying to accomplish, but 23 years and never had a meeting. So that's why I'm gonna have to, you know, vote to do away with it. Let's get it out of the ordinance, and anything else that's in there that's 15, 20 years, we haven't done nothing. Well, gosh, why do we need it?
is this committee that we're gonna do away with? What about the committee between, I know you and Carolyn and I think Summer we're going to work on about the odor? Is that gonna be a separate committee?
That's not a committee. That's not a committee. But,
Well, group of interested people. JIP,
beg your pardon?
a JIP, group of interested people. GIP. Is what that would be, if it's not a committee.
I don't know if that's what you would call it, but would be something like that. This here is something that was put in place over 23 years ago, and no one knows anything about it. None of us was involved in that, and
You know, I think I did go to a meeting, I went to some meeting. Otika Minner was the committee member, and she had me to go in her place as a member of the garden club. And that's probably back when Jody was the mayor. And it was a meeting about the Expo Center. I did go to a meeting about the Expo Center. That kind of fits the bill and the time frame. But that's neither here nor there about the Expo Center.
I think common sense tells us 23 years. It never met. So I'm gonna move that we go ahead and
Well, what about maybe, y'all selecting a committee of 3 or 4 people, just to go through that book once and find out before we just say, okay, let's just get rid of all of them. There may be some good ones in there,
oh, there are.
and so,
Oh, there are.
maybe we could do that and condense it down to almost nothing that we could discuss here.
Now, there's plenty in there that needs to stay, lots that needs to stay.
Well, that's what
But when
I'm
we do
saying.
find something like this that after 23 years,
Yeah.
you know, that's the smart thing
I
to do.
know several
It-
times when
it's-
we voted on something and I didn't know anything at the time until we got here and they brought out the rule on that. Jason usually was good at that. And, you know, I'm thinking, I didn't know that, you know, I didn't know I couldn't do that. You know, and so you know, this way maybe you ought to, someone, like I said, have a committee and just go through that book and get rid of some of it, you know. And others, we may need to act on.
And we're gonna do that, every one of us.
Oh,
When
well,
we
that's
see
what I
things-
thought they were doing.
When we see things in there,
Okay, I thought
James
that's what
sees
you
things,
were
or
doing.
Allison, or Cindy,
So,
so I'm gonna move that we go ahead and.
so all of the ordinances are on our website, and so anyone can go out there and look at them and read them and see what they are. And you're more than welcome to do that,
Okay.
so.
Is there an ordinance about?
Give us the website. I'm sorry?
Cityofmadill.com.
Cityofmadill.com.
Just cityofmadill.com and then you put ordinances.
There's a link on there that says charter, you click on that, and there's a link that'll take you to all the ordinances, and there's a search bar at the top where you can type in keywords if you're looking for something specific.
That's perfect.
Is there an ordinance about one house per lot?
I need a second on this one.
Second.
Ray,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Stanley.
Yes.
Is there a ordinance in that book, about one housing unit per lot?
I would have to go back and look and see what it says on that. It'd be hard for me to quote something like that.
Where is that ordinance? Because that ordinance.
Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm hoping it's in my ordinance book.
Okay, which is separate from this book you're talking about.
No, it's all the same book.
It's all the same book. And on the website.
And what is it you want, but what you want, I'm sorry I came in late, but you want to throw away the part that allows for this committee?
This committee, the way I understand it, was departmentalized for law enforcement that was set up by the police chiefs. I see no need in having departmentalized committees throughout the community to come in for just one department. If there was a need for the city, I think it might be something we want to discuss, but, and nor do I know the intent that he was wanting this set up for. He passed away before I was able to speak to him about it. So, but it never come about. It was just something that he started and,
Police chief,
yeah,
police chief.
and he didn't communicate his desires with me prior to doing that, so I have no idea what was in his mind.
We're gonna, move forward to line item 12, discussion and action on emergency clause of ordinance number 983.
That's just customary,
Yeah.
so move.
Second.
Rushing,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Stanley.
Yes.
Line item 13, discussion and action on an interlocal agreement between Marshall County Jail and the city of Madill.
Yes, so the cost is the same, there's just a little bit of different wording. We took out, we took out dispatch, didn't we?
Yes.
Let me get on here. Let me find where I'm
This was made
Okay.
back in college producing.
And that's number 5 under section 4,
Number 5, yeah.
number 5. You guys find that? Madill officers shall follow the state statutes, protocols, and rules of the jail. This will help protect all entities from possible civil litigation from inmates. I think that's probably wise for the sheriff to have that in there, so if any laws change regarding procedure while you're in there under this contract, automatically you have to follow the new laws. That's the way I understand it. Rather than just having a contract where if something changes, you gotta go back and change your contract. But other than
14, discussion and action on approving the following as surplus property, a 2008 Ford Explorer, VIN number 1FMEU73838UA38570.
So not only was it one that become obsolete because it was wore out, not running, we've actually put it through some training scenarios where it's got bullet holes all in it. Or I'm assuming it's one that you guys shot up, isn't it?
The car?
Yeah. And we just want to declare surplus.
Yeah.
If the fire department wants to use it before we run it across the scales, I'll let them, if they wanna, for any training that you guys might wanna do as far as cutting on it, cause they take obsolete cars too and do rescue training and things like that with it, but just wanna go and declare surplus, cause it will not be back in service.
So moved. Second.
Bushy,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Seymour,
Yes.
Discussion and possible action concerning any matter not known or which could not have been reasonably foreseen prior to the time of posting this agenda.
I don't have anything.
Item 16, financial report.
Sales tax coming at $313,147.70. Use tax come in at $38,234.58. Current revenues are 80.28%, expenses are 93.44%.
Line item 17, city manager's report.
I've just got a few things, not very many this time. We just got through completing brush pickup throughout the whole town. Our Easter egg hunt we told you about got rained out, so we didn't have it. Been working on getting the pool ready for the season. We either just did or getting ready to order the paint for it. We've been painting the inside of the pool every year, and we're gonna do it again this year to try to keep it looking pretty decent. Could be opening up, I don't have an exact date, somewhere around June 1st, could be the late part of May, early June, but somewhere in that June 1st area. We're looking at having some events in the park. One of the things that we're looking at is a movie night out. Don't know when just quite yet, but we're just kind of doing some pre-planning on that. As well as, I'm gonna ask you guys what your thoughts were on this, of like a community event as far as something in City Park where we bring in maybe a live band during the day, and food trucks and things like that. And get feedback from y'all if you think that sounds like something you'd be interested in doing.
I think it'd be good. Yeah, I think it'd be
We
good.
have power there already. City Lake's another option, it's just a power issue out there. We got more area at City Lake, but we don't have electricity for the trucks to use. So we're just kind of brainstorming some ideas right now, so if you see that in the works, that's what we're looking at doing. That's all I've got.
Thank you. Line item 18, unscheduled public appearances limited to 5 minutes per appearance.
I'll go ahead and start us off. Just want you to know that OG&E will be coming through with contractors, and we're changing out all the old incandescent lights to LEDs. We've been doing that as they go out, just making that replacement. So now we're gonna go through and actually change out what's left. So you'll see our contractors out making those changes. So if you got any comments or need me for anything, just give me a call.
All right, thank you.
Is there anything that could be done to the soccer field at the city park so that it can be usable again and, I mean, that's what it's there for.
I think we're gonna have to probably take the top layer of dirt off and bring in something different. Whatever soil we put down, it's just been, I'm sorry, I'm being distracted right now. Let's make sure everything was okay. Even when we watered it and tried to keep it, it it's
all
crap,
right.
yeah. So I think it's the wrong kind of soil there, so for us to be able to fix that, we're gonna have to remove it and rebuild it. It's just, I don't really know where that dirt come from.
I can remember it being bad many years ago. You know, they're just like fissures and.
Yeah, we've tried applying water to it, but it's just not helping, so it's something we're gonna have to actually
And so
rebuild.
that's why they're having to use spreads properly
cracks and stuff in it.
I think
It does
you
have
turn an
cracks in it.
ankle really quick over there.
I think so too,
Yeah.
it's just a shame that it got into such a shape that it can be used.
Yeah, I think that dirt gonna be taken out.
So is there a project timeline in that?
I don't have one, no. First, I'd like to figure out exactly what you need to put down for a field. I don't wanna bring in the wrong dirt again. That's something that we can definitely work on.
Mr. Glad to help with that. I would be glad to help with that.
Okay.
I don't know much about soccer, but my grandson plays and I've got lots of family that plays and I can do some, I'll try to help do some research on that.
Are they still looking at the field out, where the baseball fields are? They were,
The last I talked to anybody that they were, we put in a road to go in and people were supposed to work on it, but it never happened.
since I knew we had a dozer out there and we were trying to get it cleared for them.
Yeah. We got it cleared, but I'm not really sure,
Nobody would even think.
yeah, what
The
happened.
soccer club was supposed to do something.
Yeah.
So who do I, since I've brought this up 3 or 4 times about the speakers, who do I actually find out something about them? Who do I go to?
You got 4 of the 5 people here that can tell you whether they want speakers. I mean, they can't vote on it tonight, but if,
It's not on the agenda,
Yeah, it's-
so we can't vote on it
Do
tonight.
I need to put it in writing and have it on the agenda for the next meeting?
Let me ask my friend Cindy. That I ask to do everything. If we, you think you could Google up and see what, without, just going extravagant, cause this is not an auditorium. We're not having a political rally. What
Gonna cost.
what kind of situation that would, and maybe where a speaker might be placed, maybe if it just run by a cord, a speaker could be placed right over there, maybe where, Chief, Chris is, where the back of the room, just see what it, encompasses and what it might cost and nothing where we'd have to go in the walls or nothing like that, or, nothing,
Just place one mic on each table, that would help.
and where the speakers are is what's gonna really make the,
Well, the mic's
Yeah.
on the speaker.
And- and I know,
Yeah, there's got one up there.
That could be your days.
even on my patio, my speakers, the lines, you would never know they're there, they run it on the ground, against the house, on the ground, ground level, to where the speaker is.
I'll change.
I bet it's not gonna be that big a deal.
I'll change.
Okay, we'll check on that and get back to you.
That's what I said, they even have wireless speakers.
Yeah.
now, so
Okay.
shouldn't be difficult.
I'll just share Kristen's. Allison's lost one.
Anybody else?
Well, going back to the one housing unit per lot, do you know whether that's an ordinance or not?
No, I said I cannot answer that without my book permit. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the ordinance says.
It's in each R1, R2, and R3 zoning regulations. It says 1 principal dwelling per lot is where it's listed at.
So I've
Ma'am,
heard-
you got it on your phone, as you got.
I've got
ordinance?
something different that I pulled up for the codes. And it says, in the case of a housing project consisting of a group or 2 or more buildings to be constructed on a plot of ground of at least 2 acres, the height, area, and setback requirements may be modified by the city council upon the recommendation of the planning commission. So the council can
do whatever they want.
basically, y'all can Y'all can go against whatever anybody says if you think something is okay. And that's on y'all's page.
Also, on the policy and procedure, is there anything about nepotism?
Yes,
What is it?
it's not allowed. Are you wanting me to quote the policy?
Well, I mean, you don't have to quote it, I'm just kind of surprised that it's in here, and it's not allowed.
Yes, it's not allowed, no. I mean, I can try to name off the relationships, I mean, you can stuff, that's like I'm in school again. You can't have a parent or a child, husband, wife, and it lists them down specifically in our policy, but I sure hate to try to get them all listed exact. And it lists in there for the city manager or direct supervisor or department head. So you could have them working in the same department together as equals, but you can't have them where that somebody's gonna oversee them, or have any type of authority to hire or fire, discipline or anything like that.
Did you ever check into outsourcing the HR? As I suggested last time.
I've thought about it, I don't see a need in it,
Who's currently doing HR?
as far as just like Allison. Do you feel like we need someone that's a full-time running just
I
HR?
think you just need you can outsource those services now, where you can have as little as you want or as much as you want. And I think to get jobs posted, to a larger audience, so that we don't have so many family members that working for the city. And it honestly, it seems, maybe this isn't the case, but it seems to a lot of people that, you know, if you don't go to a certain church, if you're not a member of a certain organization, you're not related to somebody that works in the city, you're not even gonna know a job is posted. And I found that pretty much to be the case at Mercy Hospital too. You know, they were very selective about when they opened jobs and they closed them. Maybe they would open them for 10 minutes. And, I just think a hard code look at hiring practices to get new ideas. There's almost an inbreeding of ideas, it seems to me. It's a good old boy or good old girl system. I think you're leaving yourself open to that exposure of being accused of that. The city, not you personally.
I was gonna say, I can assure you that I belong to no clique, none of them take me. Not really sure what the application process is like, but I'll get in.
I mean, how many applicants were there when you applied for your job?
Oh gosh, it was like a record setting. I mean, was it close to 40?
Yeah, there was a bunch.
I mean, I was shocked. I wasn't one of them. But, I mean, I was shocked, because I volunteered to, help do the background on them to weed some of the bad ones out, and I was completely shocked at the amount of people we had apply, from all over the country.
Because really, the prevailing thought is that nobody would want, among the citizens, Madill, that nobody would want to come here, and certainly not for your salary. So, you know,
Not on
there could be
trailer.
something wrong with somebody that would want to make a deal to do any kind of job here, especially work for the city. I think that's a terrible, terrible, reputation to have, or, for that to be perceived.
Well, I've relocated here and stayed here because of the city. I mean,
Well, it was, you know.
I would
was
hate to think that was the way that you thought of, that my job wasn't worth moving here for.
Some people think that.
I mean, it's kept me here to raise my entire family here. I didn't remain living here because of the nightlife and the nice restaurants and the shopping. It's because of the city. That's what kept me here.
I just want you to know what people think, their perception is.
But whenever I got this job, we had an enormous turnout of resumes from States, really.
There's one like from New York. I don't
Yeah,
know.
numerous states wanting to move here, so, I don't know. From my experience, there's been a lot of people want to move here.
I'm glad that, I feel that God, how would I used to put it, punted me here and I landed. And, I'm very appreciative of that, and I hate that people think that it's such an awful town. And that no one would want to live here, it hurts my heart. Of course, it's not the pretty town that it was 30 years ago, by a long shot.
Mr. James, I
Yes.
have this, that Jason had said. It says all lots shall have not less than 9,000 square feet of lot area and not more than one building is to be placed on any lot.
Okay.
And that's in your stuff as well, that's under the 2 acres.
I think that's sinful, almost what was done on the east side. Cramming in all those duplexes, less than a lot. It's like, it's a very much I think it's just sad that that was done. I think that it doesn't matter what your bank account says, you're entitled to the same laws that were put there to protect people of your means. Like, there's a lot between me and my neighbor, it's probably, maybe it's a half a lot, I mean, nobody can just move a house in there. But you kind of did that on the east side. And I just think that people of lesser means are entitled to protectionary law. Not to be minimized because they're poor. I think that's terrible. I think it's a sin.
Go ahead.
And another thing, like, if you're a city employee, a full-time city employee, can you have your own side business as full-time?
I mean, we can't have a policy that says you're not allowed to own a business.
No, but how do you do both jobs?
I guess they work hard.
I mean, I know in fire departments, that's pretty, I think that's maybe a stereotype, but lots of firefighters have their own little side business going on because of their work schedule, it works out pretty well. But I know your project manager, he has a full-time business, does he not, a plumbing company?
Well, that's now his side business, it was his full-time business,
It's now a side business?
that's what I would call it. I would have to ask him if he's working 40 hours a week away from here, if he's working 80 hours a week, God bless him.
Might I say something on that? I appreciate anybody that works hard doing anything. Especially the city workers are working hard trying to fix the sewer.
Well, thank you.
I do know that.
They were, from what I heard, they were working on Easter Sunday. I'm not putting down the city workers, I just wanna make sure things are above board and not result in conflict of interest. There's just perceptions out there. You know, like, can you be a city inspector and have a construction business where your construction is being inspected? Now I'm not saying that's happening, because I don't know if it's happening or not.
No,
But-
you cannot, a city inspector cannot
Inspect
inspect
their
other
own.
people's work like that.
Is there anything else?
Are we gonna get a pickleball court?
We're working on that, we have funds for that.
Right.
Not all the funds that we we need yet, but we are working towards that, yes. And, we received a grant, from the, Texoma Community Foundation, $35,000, I think it was,
Awesome.
to go towards that, and, so we are working towards that, yes.
So is it gonna be just, destroying one of the tennis courts, or is it gonna be in a different location over there at the park, or do we have a different?
I'll speak out of turn here, but we'd like it to be in a different location and new, and leave the tennis courts where they're at. Anyone else? All right, line item 19, remarks and inquiries by council members. Hearing none, line item 20, adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Bushy,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Stanley.
Yes.
Call this meeting of the